So many people over the course of, well, really the existence of this channel have said, look man, we love the news and everything, we love the podcast, but what I actually really like is when you go into some of the crazy little obscure details, different castings, or interesting behind the scenes stories. So today we're gonna give you one of those. Let's talk about how Kevin Feige had to babysit Bryan Singer. No, really. So most of you probably know the early story of Kevin Feige and the X-Men and Spider-Man. Straight out of finishing what he was doing in school, he was hired as an assistant by Laura Shooter Donner. And he got put on to working on the X-Men and the Spider-Man films along with Bryan Singer and Sam Raimi. And he sort of had this idea of what he wanted to do, but because he was so new, he was pretty much turned down every single time he opened his mouth. He was like, hey, can we get Wolverine to show up in the Spider-Man movie? Can we get Punisher to show up in Spider-Man? Can we get Spider-Man to show up in the X-Men? No, you stupid moron, that's never gonna work. People don't want that. That's actually what they told him. Again, it's dramatization. I'm kind of elevating it, but that's actually what happened. He got turned down every single step of the way. So let's go back to X-Men. When he was hired on there, when Laura was like, hey, look, we got a job for you, but if you want to make your way up into the Marvel ranks and be an executive producer and a producer and all that, you have to start at the bottom, man. And he was like, all right, what do we got? So Laura recently sat down and talked with the Hollywood Reporter, and she talked about the creative ideas, the things that Bryan Singer was doing, and Kevin Feige getting brought on there to actually look at the X-Men and how he would look at what they were doing and be like, can you guys like, I don't know, look at the comics, like give them their comic suits, can you guys look at some of the other things? And of course he was turned down every step of the way. So Kevin was sort of looked down upon and as this guy that everybody laughed at and said, look at that guy, he wants to put comics in comic book movies, what an idiot. So Laura actually goes on and details what we've talked about in the last really 6-7 months since it was the anniversary of X-Men, of the behavior on set by Bryan Singer, the director, and during the premiere and everything, how he would get upset, scream at everybody, throw tantrums. And she said that at one point, the whole idea was Kevin Feige is just going to look after and babysit this guy. Make sure that he's got what he needs, make sure that he's level-headed. If he needs something, run off and get it for him. Listen to everything he does, try to calm him down. Just don't get in his way because he's being such a drama queen. Which again, multiple people have confirmed, including Halle Berry, Hugh Jackman, and multiple others this year due to the anniversary, saying that he was almost unbearable, and at one point Hugh Jackman almost died on set because of his his lack of actually giving a damn. So there you go, the story of how Kevin Feige, the man who runs Hollywood today, started off his career with Marvel by babysitting the diddler.